Okay, so what do we have here today? I'm going to teach you how to make a game in Paint Scratch called the Paint Game. Okay, so what is the Paint Game? You have a pencil which is going to draw in different colors. You can make your nice own drawings. You can use an eraser tool to erase all the doodling that you have done. Okay, it's a simple game. First thing I'm going to do is create a game and name it as the Paint Game. The next thing which I need to do is go to choosing a sprite. I'm going to choose the pencil sprite here. Okay, and this is going to be my hero of the game. And I'm going to go into the costumes of this pencil sprite and do some changes here. So after going into the costume, I'm going to go and click on this equal to button. Once I do that, I'm going to go and click on the select tool, come back to the pencil, draw this box over the pencil so that the whole pencil gets selected. And now I'm going to go and keep my cursor on this yellow color somewhere. I'm going to drag this pencil and bring the tip of the pencil slightly above this circle. Okay, it should be above this circle like this. Don't let it touch the circle. It should be above this center circle. Okay, why am I doing this? Because if I do this, when I make the pencil right, the drawing is going to come from near the tip of the pencil. Earlier, the center of the pencil was near the center point, so the drawing is going to come from here, which we don't want. So that's the reason we are moving this. And please don't make the tip to touch the center because you'll have problems in clicking later on in the game. So just above. Okay, like this. Now I am going to go and rename this costume to just call it pencil and not pencil A. Now the next step, go to the pencil B costume. This costume we are going to use as the eraser. Okay, so how do we use it as the eraser? Again, go and draw a line here. Okay, should be on the select tool, remember, and then use this button to rotate this pencil like this. Once you rotate this pencil, okay, now come to the yellow, drag this up. So now the eraser part of it is slightly above the circle. It should not touch the circle, it should be slightly above the circle. Okay, and then I'm going to go and change this costume to called as eraser. So now we have a pencil costume and we have an eraser costume. I come back to the code. I'm going to add my next sprite. The next sprite is some color buttons which I want to have here. So I'm going to paint another sprite. I'm going to click here, and in this paint I'm going to um, choose a color in which I want the pencil to write. So first color I'm going to choose is a nice bright green. I choose this fill color. Then I take a small circle. I'm going to draw a circle here. If you want a perfect circle, you can hold down the shift key. That will give you a perfect circle. Okay. So this is your circle. Once you have put the circle, click on the select tool and ensure the circle is center aligned. After that, come to the stage and then drag the circle and put it somewhere in the bottom corner. Okay. This is your paint bucket for green color. Now here in the sprite name, go and change the sprite to be called as green instead of sprite 1. Now we are going to make another color. So I'm going to duplicate this. In this color, I'm going to, instead of this green color, I'm going to change this color. So costume of the second sprite green 2, come here, click on this equal to button. Once you click on this equal to button, select this green color and change its color. Okay, so instead of green, let me make it pink. Okay, so I have two colors in which my pencil will write now, the green and pink. And then again, pink, you come and put it here. See, like this, you can have as many number of colors as you want in your paint bucket. I'm just going to have it 2 since it's easy to demonstrate. This one, now I'm going to go and change the sprite name to call it pink. Now, we are going to add two buttons. One is the erase button, which is going to erase our lines, and one is the clear button, which is going to clear the screen. Okay, so for buttons, either you can use circles like this. I'm just going to use a couple of buttons from our sprite gallery. So I go to the sprite gallery and yeah, I click on this, looks nice. I click on this button. Okay, so in this button, I go into the costume of this button first. And in this costume, I am just going to write, um, take the text tool, come inside the costume and write erase. Yeah, and if you want to center align this text, you can just move it so that it sits in the center. So now I have an erase button. Okay, I can change the name of this sprite and call it eraser, and then I'm going to drag this button and put it here. The button looks a little too big, so I can go and change the size of this button to make it 50%. Yeah, this is better. Okay, I'm going to put it right here. Now I'm going to put a clear button here. So putting a clear button is very easy. Just go and duplicate this. Okay, and in the duplicate part, go inside the costume of this eraser 2 now, and then come and click on this purple color, and if you go and click on this T button, it will give you an option to change the text. So here just instead of eraser you write clear. Okay, so we have the clear uh, button now. After you do the clear button, okay, come back and change the name of this one to call it clear. Okay, if you click on this, see now this is how the button looks. So call it clear, and then again on the screen drag this clear button and bring it here. Okay, so now you have, this is how your screen looks, two buttons and two colors. Okay, now this finishes our designer view. Now we are going to go and write some codes. Okay,